based on a true story, and we are going to pitch a film live and off the cuff to the one and only DJ, producer, man, Star Command. So we are here on the C deck. We are here in his office.
Yeah, guys. Well, I'm glad. Welcome to my command station. You know, I really want this story to go to infinity and beyond.
Good. Well, we wanted to as well, and it is out of this world because we have a true story for you. It is based on a real-life event. The logline is, a mysterious flying spiral above Hawaiian night sky, likely caused by SpaceX launch.
Did you say space?
I did. This part of our story. Isn't this perfect?
Okay.
It's like serendipitous. Yeah.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be cosmically aligned.
Star Command, I want you to feel this one here. You're on the beach at a luau, a leaky waka waka woo, you know, the waves gently rolling in, the fire crackling, the pig roasting on the spit, the lei being placed over your head. But, you know, not you. We have our main character. Kumiko is...
Should be something different.
Okay. Reginald.
Should be something different.
Yeah, we use that one. I think that's one of our go-tos.
It's our favorite name.
Yeah. Lue.
Okay.
Yeah, so Lue is, he's going, this is actually his first time in Hawaii, and he's, he got invited to this luau, and he is, just enjoying the night. He, sees some pretty ladies. He's got a nice piece of hog that he's getting the chomp on fresh from the fire. Oh, it's all great happening, and, they're looking at all the new constellations that they're seeing out here, and, what do you think's happening out there in the night sky? They see... That's different. That's not your normal constellations happening because, above the big volcano of Hawaii, the one that's down there, that we have it in our notes, but might not have the actual name of it right now. But above the volcano, a spiral begins to form in the night sky. This green tinge of light is swirling.
And so this is exciting because it is revealed as Lue, is solo. All these couples are around him in Hawaii, this beautiful location, and he's alone. But when he sees the spiral, he jumps into action and he immediately calls the Western observatory on the west coast of the United States, and it's his partner up there, Chip Manley.
Should be something different.
Chip Gurley.
Should be something different.
Chip Momley. It's Chip Momley. He's a Scotsman, and no, I'm just kidding. He's not from Scotland. We don't like to do accents in our movies. Everyone's American, and so, so Chip Momley is calling him frantic, and he's like, "Lue, you have to get up to Seattle right away. The most cloudy place in the United States, but it has the best view of this new spiral in the sky." And it's only because the latitude and the longitude is just so perfect, and they can only see it at certain times of day. So they're racing against the clock. For Lue, it's his first action scene, driving through Hawaii, avoiding all the homeless people, and he's getting to the airport,
avoiding something different.
He's avoiding all the tourists. He's avoiding
something different.
He's avoiding all the feral cats that have infiltrated Hawaii, but he has to sacrifice a few because they're feral cats. So he runs over a couple with his cool Jeep and ends up at the airport, flies. You see the little cool map thing where he just goes bloop, 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 and he's flying over and he's up into Seattle. But he has to take 5 layovers because, he booked the tickets last minute. So anyway, he's in Seattle, and the need is, because he's an astronomer, he calls him and Chip Momley are essentially just, their need is the president freaking calls him. It's just we must know what is going on in the sky. And so they're just okay, got it. And so they're working on it, and they just realize that the only freaking way to figure it out is just to they have to get up above the clouds because they missed their window because he had a layover in LAX, and it just totally boned him. So they have to fly up above the clouds in Seattle with a giant telescope strapped to their airplane.
Should be something different.
Can't be a helicopter.
Should be something different.
To their uniquely designed Chip Bomley patented hovercraft that can fly really high and stabilize. It's basically like this new piece of technology. Like these scientists are just so advanced these days. Anti-gravity. So they're planning a trip to go up above the clouds in Seattle, the cloudiest part of the United States, to see up into this spiral.
And they're up there above the clouds, and it's quiet for a moment. They get this has been a rough 16 hours for Lue and Chip frantically going. So they get up here, get a moment of silence and a moment of quiet, and as they're flying, they actually start noticing. They look out over the horizon of the Pacific Ocean, and they start noticing that there are other volcanoes that have spirals above them as well. So now not only do they have this one over Hawaii that they were originally going to, looks like the biggest one, so that's what they're going to keep going for, but they've noticed a few others kind of popping up in the distance. So they're flying out there, and Chip's like, wow, Lue, I don't know what we got ourselves into. And Lue's just, we don't do it for the fame, Chip. We do it for the right reasons.
He says something different.
He says, Chip, you know what? If we didn't want to discover something great, we wouldn't have got into this business.
He says something different.
I'm going to ask one of my friends. We had some people write in, help us write for these this script. So I'm going to see.
We're crowdsourcing this movie.
A lot of us wrote this one, so I'm going to see if one of our friends can help us out here. He says, people say I'm indecisive, Chip, but I don't know about that. Maybe you pick which one we go to. So then Chip's like, yeah, let's just go towards the big one. This is, oh no, my stabilizers are going out of control. All my knobs are out of whack. And you can see inside the cockpit of his, flotation sphere aircraft, that things are just wee, 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 and then just knobs flying everywhere, pressure gauges going up and down. They don't know what's happening right now as they get closer, and they're actually getting sucked towards the spiral in the sky towards over the volcano.
So essentially, they are being pulled towards the main volcano, and as the instruments are going, Chip's frantically trying to fix everything, and Lue's doing last minute calculations and realizing that this one big volcano is in the center of like a cool constellation of other spirals out over the Pacific. And as they get pulled towards the spiral, the ship like shorts out, the hovercraft, and they start going down, and they think they're going all the way down, but in a really weird twist of events, they like are falling. They're like holding on to each other, and they're just like screaming. They're like, I love you, man. I love you too, man. And he's like, I knew you were my best friend, man. I know. And then like just above all the din, you hear Chip Manley scream. He just opens up his lungs, and he just says, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I wouldn't want to wake up next to a lady pipe fitter. That was written by Rich M. And
yeah. So Chip, he's like, that's like the last thing you need to get off his chest before he thinks he's gonna die. And they're flying in, and as they're getting sucked in, they realize that they're coming into like a space station of some sort of station. Like there's workers and everything, and there's like a dock, and they get sucked in, and they see another rocket being built on like a platform, and they're getting sucked in and lowered down. They got some guys waving those stupid batons like with the glowing orange things, and some lights blinking, whatever, all that good stuff. But yeah, they get sucked down, and they find out that there's this is some sort of, they see on the side SpaceX of the ship, and they are getting ready to launch, and they get out and they say, what are you guys doing here?
They should say something different.
We finally got him here, boys. It took us long enough, but they're here. And then so Lue and Chip step out of their aircraft, and everyone's cheering like, yeah, they're here finally. We can launch this bad boy. And they're like, launch this bad boy? What? And So yeah, you know.
Yeah. So I can tell you're on the edge of your seat. I can tell you're like whipping back and forth. It's good. We're all really engaged. So essentially, Elon Musk comes out of these giant double doors, like these giant metal double doors, and he's holding an apple in his
It
hand.
should be something different.
He's holding a mace in his hand.
It should be something different.
He's holding a bunny rabbit in his hand. And he's just petting it, and he's just, I'm glad you guys are here. And he's like, let me show you something very cool. And so they go over to this sick, like tricked out, like HQ room, and he's just like, you guys are the best of the best. And they're like, yes, we know. Wait, what? And he's like, we've been watching you for some time now. And we have been observing your Twitter accounts, and we know that you two are the most capable for this job. And so essentially, like, Elon Musk just like shows him that right above Earth, above like this constellation, is like this crazy brigade of like alien warships. And SpaceX, even though it's looked like they were building the Tesla, even though like they like looked like they were just launching into space and just competing with Jeff Bezos, really they've been mounting this like automated Ender's Game type like launch of a main rocket piloted only by 2 humans, because it can only be 2 for some reason, because of science.
Yep.
And then all these automated
And
rocket and plot, and all these rocket ships that fly like they're like wing robots with like the 2 human pilots, and they basically got to go up into space and they got to fight this unknown alien threat. And Elon just like, you know, he looks him dead in the eye, and he's just like, this is of the utmost thing importance. And I just want to say to you guys, and this, we really pulled a lot of lines for this one. We really, you know, went out there, and Elon just looks him dead in the eye and says, make love, not war. And by the looks of you, you don't look like you could do much of either.
Yeah.
Ron R.
Yeah.
He just said, we just wanted to reiterate that like aliens are not bad. Don't make love to the aliens. Like they are pretty much
Like,
the best that we have to offer is nothing in comparison to
Yeah.
what this alien threat is.
Yeah, we don't want to fight them, but we probably shouldn't breed with them yet. So that's why we're sending you, because you guys, you know, you're good flyers, but I know you're not fighters. So I need you guys to get on that ship right now for humanity's sake and for intelligence. We're gathering intelligence here. That's what this whole operation is about. And he's like, well, can we tell the president? He's like, don't tell the president. It's not important. What's important is right now. Oh, sorry, it was chic European metrosexual Elon Musk. It's not important what you're doing for the president. It is important that you get on this ship right now. And you get out there and meet these aliens. So Chip and Lue get on the ship, and he's like, well, Chip, you ready for one more giddy up on this bad boy? And Chip's like, yeah, buddy, let's do it. So hop on the ship, they shoot off.
But there's this really great scene where Elon comes, one more thing, and he puts the bunny in like this like hamster wheel, and he's like, secret to SpaceX. Bunny power. Good luck. And he leaves.
And they get like slingshotted up through like these coils. The spiral actually like starts wrapping around the space rocket, and like just grabbing on, and you just see it like more and more like a spring almost getting like wrapped around, and all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, not a flash of light almost, they just get sucked out, and anyone's there can't see it happen because they get shot out so fast. We could do a shot from inside, like face gets pulled back, like, and hits the seat, like looks like wax for a moment, just for a second. Their skull shows. Anyways, they're out there in space, and before you know it, they can start seeing this big alien spaceship. Just mother of all, looks like a giant pumpkin. Actually,
Looks like something different.
it looks like a coiled turd.
Looks like something different.
It looks like a giant bunny rabbit with big teeth and sharp pointy ears. And that's what Elon, he knows. He's already been in some communication. He's already stolen some communication or information from them. That's why he knows about bunny power. But yeah, he gets, and they see these rabbits, and they look around and there's like a bag of carrots inside, like those little baby bag of carrots, and they put it in the tray and it says eject carrots on the thing, and you push the button and just sends them out there, and and then they hear a voice coming from the big rabbit spaceship, and it says, well, actually, let me tell you what it says. He's really happy about this line. He says, so dumb he can't fart and chew gum at the same time. that was from Lyndon J. Yeah, that's what the big rabbit thing says. And he's looking right at Lue, and it's like, shit, damn, how did he know I have trouble chewing gum and farting at the same time?
And
they know more.
Then the like a clearly like a weapon of some kind like starts to like fire up, like it's gonna shoot at him, and like Chip's like, you got to reply to him, and so Lue just like leans up to the intercom and just goes, click. Thank you. And then the gun just like deactivates and like it's like put back in the portal. An arm comes out of the spaceship and grabs it's a huge hand, just like grabs a little bucket of carrots and like pulls it in. And the big bunny ship says, just prepare to be boarded. And essentially the tractor beam like fires out, pulls their ship in, like they get kind of the bunny mouth opens up and their little ship gets pulled in, and like Lue picks up the bunny, and they're just like, he's like, well, out of the frying pan, out of the volcano into the fire, and so they end up in the mouth of the ship, and like you hear clanking and bolts being drilled on the bulkhead door of their spaceship, and they're just like preparing. They got no weapons, but they're like protecting the bunny, and Lue's just like, don't worry, Chip, don't worry, bunny, I'll protect you guys. And he hands the bunny to Chip. He's like, I'll sacrifice myself, don't worry, bunny. And the bunny's just like looking up at him like with these giant like blank unknowing eyes, and just the nose is wiggling, and maybe a little misting of like a tear, maybe, right? And then the bolts come off, and these stormtrooper like things come in, and they're just like, prepare to meet your maker. And all these aliens is implied like learned English from like watching satellite signals from like, scattered network signals from Fox News. Yeah. Like just, and but then all of a sudden, Bunny hops out of Chip's arm and is like, wait, like he like stands up on his hind legs and he's like, wait, like this guy was going to sacrifice himself. Like humans do care. And Bunny has been intelligent this whole time. And they take him into a conference room with the stormtroopers. And essentially Bunny explains that like rabbits have been like they were like what planted the Mayans here and helped build the pyramids, and like all the rabbits in the world were just seeing if they could like coexist. That's why they populated so much. And finally the lead stormtrooper like takes their helmet off, and it's like this like smoke show of like a Lola Bunny lookalike. And she's just like, well, then maybe we can coexist with humans.
She says something different.
Looks like we're bumping and thumping. All right.
Something different.
The Lola Bunny character is just like, time to make a new species come to life. And essentially, Lue's just like, we can't. Elon said we can't.
Yeah. Chip was like, Lue, I'll take it. I'll take take one for the team on this one. And then Lue's like, no, we can't. Chip, we can't. We're not. Remember Elon said, don't make love or war, because that's why he sent us. Remember, Chip.
And then another stormtrooper takes her helmet off, and she looks like another Lola Bunny, just with black fur. And that's it.
Yep.
That's like,
we fade to black, something, and we hear some things, blah blah blah, get some information. They get sent back home with like a bushel of carrots, maybe like a bag of hay. Is that what bunnies sleep on?
Alfalfa.
Yeah, some alfalfa, and Louie's like, well, thank you guys for all that information. We'll be sure to spread the love, and we'll send all the bunnies back home to you guys. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys setting up everything. And Chip's like, yeah, that was real swell. Hopefully this interspecies thing's come out all right. And they get back on their bunny ship with their they're with their heads held high. They get to help populate the next batch of bunny species out in the universe. At least that's what they're thinking right now.
Yeah, and Elon's like, when they hand over these magical carrots to him, because it's implied there's some sort of science fiction behind the carrots. He's just like, can I come with you? And like the bunnies are like, no. And so so Chip and Louie, their Twitter profiles matched up perfectly. They end up getting on the spaceship, like Luke said, and they go and live another lifetime out in the cosmos with the bunnies.
Yeah. And that's the story of how there were no more bunnies on planet Earth.
Because they all get beamed up into the spaceship. We forgot to say that part. Like, there's just this cool, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy moment where all these bunnies just get airlifted up into outer space.
Space bunnies. Okay.
Space bunnies. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. So that's a great
Literally.
title. That's what we were thinking.
That's a great title.
Space bunnies.
We should have a backup. We should have a little.
Yeah, probably should.
Spiral in the Sky, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Spiral in the Sky. Maybe something different.
Sproing quack duck.
Something different. It should be something different.
Oh.
We were thinking of switching it up with some more action and just bumping and thumping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we get a line in there, it's like, because you love when they say the title of the film.
Yeah, like in the trailer.
Maybe this is a franchise deal. It'll repeat Space Bunnies bumping and thumping.
Oh yeah, I like it. Let's brand it with the colon boom. Just title. Okay.
What a hop in the sky.
Hop to the sky.
No, I like bumping and thumping.
Hop to the sky. What do we
skip to my Louie?
Yeah, I think that might be the sequel. skip to my Louie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be the sequel. Well, I really like it. It's got a lot. I really like this space theme we got going on here.
Cool.
The bunnies. We'll work out the hot space bunnies, but we'll try some, maybe a little something different. But I don't know. I like this. I'd like to make a movie with you guys.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you.
That's great. We've been excited. Our writers, our co-writers are going to be so excited, and we're going to let them know they participate, frequently with us. So.
Forgot that first one was a GOB.
Geo's great.
Yeah.